Yeah, now look at this particular example of bottle packaging. The problem statement goes like this: a conveyor belt is deployed to carry the bottles to be packaged. We have seen a similar example earlier also when we have discussed about the shift registers in our PLC applications. There are bottles which are moving on a conveyor belt, and the following tasks are to be executed, or the following tasks are to be carried out here. So what are those tasks we have written here? First thing is that the items to be loaded on the conveyor. Items are nothing but the bottles where some fluid or some beverage, some kind of that is required to be filled. Then items to be loaded on the conveyor belt. The second thing here, right, you can see here, to check whether the bottles are full and capped, right? So you might have seen this kind of applications in real time. So once the bottles are loaded on the conveyor belt, which is moving in one particular direction, so second task is to check whether the bottles are full and capped, and of course a suitable mechanism will be developed or used to check whether the bottles are full and capped. Then the third task here, as you can see, 4 bottles are to be put in a container to be packed, right? So you have got a crate or a container kind of thing, wherein whenever 4 bottles come without any mistake in the sense, if the bottles are not fully filled up or if it is not properly capped, such things are to be discarded. So when you have got the healthy bottles, the proper bottles coming on the container or the conveyor belt, so 4 bottles are required to be put in a container or crate. So this is what is the problem statement, and you need some actions to happen there. So what are the actions, right? Suppose if you can just see here, if the bottle is not full, okay, due to some reason the liquid level in the bottle has not come to the expected mark, right? So if the bottle is not full, then what? The conveyor has to be stopped. The conveyor has to be stopped. This is the first action which is required to be carried out there. If the bottle is not full, the conveyor has to be stopped. Some mechanism to stop the conveyor has to get activated and it has to stop. Okay. Then capping machine. You have got the capping machine also to be activated. Capping machine to be activated when the bottle is in its position. When the bottle is in its position. Anyway, I will draw the diagram, so that time it will be more clear to you, because we basically represent an industrial scenario here, right? So whenever you have got some task, the process control task, right? So how exactly we would be able to write the program using the PLC, that's what we are trying to look here. Capping machine is to be activated when the bottle is in its position. Then the third task here, right, you require to count 4 bottles. You require to count 4 bottles, right? Once the 4 bottles are counted, then you know what exactly has to happen there. Activate the container. So you have to bring that container or the crate, whatever you call, right? So this is by virtue of your packaging machine, right? It is by means of the packaging machine, or the container or the packaging machine has to be activated, right? Now there are certain other tasks, right, which should basically happen there in order to avoid any misoperation of the entire system. For example, right, so the conveyor has to be stopped. The conveyor has to be stopped. Once we have already seen when exactly the conveyor has to be stopped, if the bottle is not full, right? So there are certain other situations wherein you may require to stop the conveyor. So if another bottle comes for packaging, if another bottle comes for packaging at the same time, right, so you will have to provide certain time delay before the packaging of 4 bottles is over. It should not suddenly come. So that means you have to make temporarily the conveyor to get stopped there before the 4 bottles are packed. Once the 4 bottles are packed and you get a suitable signal that this process is over, then again the conveyor has to be turned on, or it has to start moving. So this is another thing, right? And one more thing here, sound the alarm. You have sounding of alarm when you have to have the sounding of the alarm when the conveyor is stopped. The conveyor is stopped. So now you can compare this example with what we have seen previously, as long as the bottle packaging is concerned. There we had used a deflecting mechanism to identify a faulty bottle or something like that. That was the only task which was required to be carried out there. But now here, this particular task has got so many actions, right? So and accordingly you will have to draw the basic diagram here of this particular case. Then we will try to earmark the different input devices, different sensors and different output devices. So and after that we will try to draw the ladder diagram followed by the instructions. First, please try to understand the problem here, bottle packaging. So now after having seen this problem statement, so probably you should be able to understand what exactly this means, right? There is a conveyor belt, so over which the bottles keep moving. First thing is that the bottle is being filled with some beverage or some fluid, whatever it is. So you have to make sure that the fluid is at the desired level. That is one thing. Then the second thing is that the bottles are properly capped. The third thing is that you will have to count 4 bottles. After having counted 4 bottles, you have to activate a container, right, or a crate kind of thing where these 4 bottles are to be packed. So if the packing is not over, you will have to stop the conveyor belt. So once the packing is over, again you have to resume the movement of the conveyor belt, and every time when the conveyor belt is stopped, the alarm has to be sounded. So this is what is the required problem statement, right? So for this particular problem, now we will have to first see what kind of sensors are required. So before we go into the sensors, let me draw a diagram here, a small diagram which indicates a real-time situation wherein this is the conveyor belt. Let me take it like this, and so roughly I would draw the bottles here, some kind of rough diagram I would draw here. So this is the capping. This is the capping of the bottle. and here this is the fourth one. So now let us say that these bottles are moving in this particular direction. This is the conveyor belt. It is moving in this direction. So now you have to have some kind of mechanism here for the identification of these bottles, some kind of sensors, because every time something is being put on the conveyor belt, their presence is required to be identified. So this is a kind of photo sensor. You can see here, you keep sending the the light signal. So whenever the light signal gets cut by the bottle, so you get a pulse or something like that, and that is the indication that a particular bottle has come there. That is one thing. Then you have got one more, which I can call it as a capping machine. Okay, so I just draw a rough diagram here. So this is capping. This is the capping machine, something like this. Then you have got some a packaging machine somewhere here. This is packing or packaging machine, whatever you can call it. It is just for our understanding, so how you can see the overall situation, right? So now you can